And we are back where we last left off. So, those of you that have been following along, see where this is going to go. And yeah, I'm uh, try to see if I can get most of my affection points to Slavia because those of you that are new, she's the one I'm going to try to go for first, and then I'll kind of go from there. Okay. Finally, I got all the signatures. Now I had to go back to Olga Dmitrievna and give it to her. She was sitting in front of her cabin reading a book. Doesn't look like a good role model for the perfect pioneer that she was planning to turn me into. I wonder if the responsibilities extended beyond giving fiery speeches at the lineup, scolding Ilyana, and getting involved into my moral, physical, and ideological growth. Here, I offered her my checklist. She placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signatures. Great. I could have signed it myself without going anywhere. Perfect. So, did you meet our nurse? Yes. For some reason, her question sent shivers down my spine. Which club did you sign up for? I didn't. I need to think first. That's a pity. It's vital for you to sign in somewhere tomorrow. Of course, sure. Right. Right. It's time to go to dinner. About time. I was getting hungry. I headed to the canteen together with Olga Dmitrievna. I looked at the sky and noticed that the sun was already setting. On the porch stood Alyssa, electronic. Cool. Oh, Ilyana and Slavya. Slavia, I should say. Interesting. It's kind of interesting. This girl is so short. She's got an interesting tan. I don't know. You sure you have a route? Yes, she has a route. With this kind of hair. Why not go for her first? Yeah, I'm a little cautious of that kind of thing. It's a little odd for me. We'll see. Obviously, we'll jump that bridge when we get to it, obviously. Or cross that bridge, I should say. As we came up, I heard what they were talking about. And never call me Tabacha again, or you'll get another one. I didn't call you that. You're hearing things. He did. I heard it all. You weren't even there. I was in the bushes. My goodness. Come on, you guys, stop it. So it wasn't a football injury electronics suffered earlier today. No, what did you think it was? She had a black eye. How are you going to get that from that? Well, the nurse did a good job. I couldn't even see his black eye. Olga came up to them and asked about the ruckus. What happened? Alyssa and Jessica. I didn't do anything. She shrugged with the puppy and went inside. Right, dinner time. I entered last. There were too many free seats. There were few free chairs near Alyssa across the canteen, but I'd sooner starve for a week or two than risk my head near her. There were also a seat near Ilyana, but I'm not into traditional Chinese, whatever calls cuisine. Oh yeah. Finally, free chair near Miku. Interesting. Looks like I'll have to pick my poison. How's this gonna go? Because they didn't mention anything about sitting with anybody. You mind if I sit here? Or unless if he does it himself. I know that this isn't, even though this character kind of resembles Miku, I don't think this Miku is gonna have Hatsudi's character and personality and traits. It'd be kind of funny if it did. But, I try to see what I could do for a voice of her. Oh, yeah, sure. No. I don't mind. Yes. You can sit here. I sat down. Look, it's bucket week today. Do you like bucket week? And chicken. I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it.
But if you ask me, what would I prefer? Say, stroganoff beef or ragou? No, maybe just a hamburger or rump steak. Do you like rump steak?
Oh, you definitely talk fast. I mean, they try to give a little bit. That's my guess. And she just talks. I'm not that picky about my food, and that's the simple truth. Well, I kind of am.
Oh, is that so? But the desserts, they are really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? I just love 48 kopecks and...
Oh boy, I don't even know what this word is. Leningradsko?
Oh, sorry, I keep talking about myself.
And what do we have? 48 kopecks. Ice cream brands popular in late Soviet Union. My goodness. All this Russian stuff is what I mean. That's funny.
Maybe you like Eskimo better.
That's some kind of ice cream. Never heard of it. Dinner was starting to get on my nerves thanks to such company. Oh boy. And I'm not the kind of person that can just ignore someone who's talking to them. Well, you did say, can I have a seat? Or is it her that actually sat down? Oh, I don't know. Even her. We're at the same table after all.
You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating, and then you know what? I found a screw there. A real screw. Could you imagine that? Or was it a bolt? I don't really know. Screws are those that you tighten with screwdrivers, and bolts are those that you turn with a wrench. Yes?
And if there was a speed eating contest going on, I would probably be in the top 3 winners by now. Right, I'll be going. Enjoy your meal. I got up and headed outside. And keep in mind, I never took the key from the day one. Doing so would actually put you on her route, so I did not do that beforehand. I left them. Yeah. Mika was saying something, but her words were drowned by the crowd of loudly dining pioneers. Well, I went out and sat on the stairs, waiting for my dinner to settle down for a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. It's already coming down pretty quick. Everything is so lively here during the day, kids laughing and yelling happily, fooling and running around, constant chatter, games going on, and swimming at the beach. But after dark, the camp changes entirely, does it? The sounds of the day were swamped for silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. In every shadow you could see things, maybe a ghost, or a spirit of the forest, or a wild animal. A human being would be the last thing to expect. That is how it looked last night, and now the locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day, the camp was theirs, and the night, it belonged more to the forces of nature than to humans. Huh. Someone touched my shoulder. Oh, I looked back. It was electronic. Let's go play cards. Kind of cards. Cards? And that is a choice that will be coming up. Yep, I have invented a new game, a good one. Good, like how? Well, first we go to the first, find the cards, and I'll tell you. Then go find them. What's the problem? Only Olga has them, and she won't give them to me. Why so? Well, the last time when we... Olga, the Dmitrievna of Slavya came out onto the porch. Olga, Sonia just wanted to ask you about the possibility of getting playing cards. Actually, what? For what purpose? We invented a new game. Not we, you did. What game? I need the cards to show you. I don't like this. Well, if someone is with you, then perhaps it's okay. To be really honest, well, we'll go fetch them together, Olga, Dmitrievna. Oh, yes, and we are definitely going to get the cards with Slavya, and that would net her a point. So we are definitely doing that. If you don't mind.
Sure, let's go.
We headed towards my cabin. Roughly halfway there, Slavia stopped.
Hey, I just remembered the cards are in my cabin.
Good timing. And where's that?
It's just down this road. Let's go.
We reached a cabin that, in fact, looked more like a trailer.
Just wait here, man. I'll be right back.
It took her just a few seconds to come back.
There.
She showed me a deck of pretty worn out cards. There must be, these must be marked in and out.
That's unsportsmanlike. What happened if that's fair?
Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules.
Shall we go?
Let's go. Wow, that was interesting. On our way back, I decided to try and find out about something. How long have you been here?
In this camp? About a week.
I see. And where did you come from?
I'm from the north.
That is...
The cold north.
Wow, I mean, you're in Russia, right? I mean, a certain part. Or did you come from somewhere else originally? I want to know how far north, though. She looked at me and smiled. Not the North Pole, come on now. Looks like nobody in this camp is inclined to answer even the most innocent of questions. Well, she said she came from the north. I mean, she wasn't really specific of where, though. I tried to approach from another angle. What do you like?
What do you mean?
Well, your hobbies.
Oh, I like nature.
Strange, she's not very talkative today for some reason. She kinda is. Naturally, nature, I see. Want to become a natural historian?
More like a normal historian. I was always interested in our nation's history.
That would suit her well indeed. It appeared that among all the locals, she was the only one who had nothing to hide. How do you know that? I always say everyone has a past to them, right? What if she just came here just like me and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? It's hard to say, right? I tried testing the waters. And why did you choose this camp?
I didn't. My parents got a voucher for me from their work.
Another failure. Well, if you could choose.
It's nice here. I don't think I would choose some other place if I could. Here, it's like you're becoming another person.
That wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean, another person?
It's just that there's so many possibilities. You can learn so much. Meet so many new, interesting people here.
Now she started to sound like our chief, which raised a red flag for me. I decided to stop with the questions for now. When we came back, Olga Dmitrievna told Slavya.
I just remembered that the cards were at your place. It's okay, we got it. Good.
Slavya and Olga went inside. I was gonna follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Alyssa. Her gaze sent a shiver down my spine. Not a nice one. You want something? I asked carefully. You're gonna play this stupid game? Yeah, something wrong with that? Nope, nothing. She was ready to leave, but then slowly looked back and smiled. So, you play cards? A little. I couldn't figure out what she wanted.
So, only Durak, and that's it.
As if you're a poker star.
What?
Well, yes, technically.
Then you don't have a chance.
Why?
Because.
So you know the rules?
Of course.
Well then, you'll have the upper hand. I couldn't see why we go on talking and motioning towards the door.
Why do you keep trying to leave?
Is there something else you'd like to talk about?
Let's make a bet.
What do you mean?
You're such a slowpoke. The cards, what else?
And what do you want to bet on?
That I win.
That's quite a possible outcome. I agreed calmly. Wait a minute, you're not supposed to.
Say, are you afraid?
No, I'm not. I'm not big on bets when I don't like my chances. Sure, if I can get a save, because you're not supposed to bet with this girl if you want to get the Slavya anyway. But either way, you gotta lose anyway if it starts some type of competition. I don't know. Bold! Come on, stop that. I'm hoping I can make a save before that choice comes up.
And you're not big on taking risks too.
Such an astute observation. I'm impressed. Right, then No, you're not. Now what? I sighed in exhaustion. She was starting to annoy me with her rubbish talk about some pointless bet.
If you won't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you try to seduce me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody would buy it. You, the first part, he kind of fleed. I don't know how that would work. I mean, what's with this look? You want to be seduced. I don't know, with that kind of eye. I might have to think about that one. What? You heard me. I could imagine her doing this. Really, though, I don't know about that. Don't be stupid. Who's gonna believe you? I've been here less than 2 days, besides.
Want to try your luck?
Right. And what will happen if I win?
I won't tell anyone anything.
And if I lose?
Slowpoke mode again. I'll tell everyone you try to seduce me. I told you already.
So you're telling me now that I have to work to prove that I did do something, when I didn't actually do it. Honestly, if you think about it, this statement sounds so ridiculous. Like, if that's what we're going to be betting on, okay, well, whose side are they going to take? I don't know. I mean, well, according to the guide, her and Lena, I guess, are kind of close. I don't know how close they are as far as friends, but it mentions something about they kind of get along somewhat. I don't know. I'll have to find that out.
If that's how you want to look at it.
Not a simple decision. On the other hand, it was stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules, and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really make my life hell. But again, can I even trust her? What point do you have at this point, right? She can do it even if I win.
So, have you made a decision?
Oh boy, I was gonna answer, but suddenly Lena came around from behind me. Came around me from behind. What?
Nothing.
Lena hurried inside. Wow.
So,
And we're gonna make a save here. Yeah. Where are we at here? Okay. Override. Because you're actually supposed to lose to this girl. But I don't know if that has to do with right now or how this is going to go. But for now, we're not going to bet with her. No, I'm not going to participate in your shady business. Sorry about that.
you wuss.
She shrugged and went up the stairs. Before she went inside, she flung at me.
Prepare to face the consequences.
So we get forced into a game anyway. Consequences. What if I made the wrong decision? Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going for points. Obviously, this means not betting with her loses doesn't get you a point with her. I mean, Alyssa, that is. But she's probably, if you really think about it, she probably was just busting this chain a little bit. That's what my guessing on it. She probably was. It's just her way of kind of going about different things. Uh, this guy, I'm guessing he hasn't quite figured her out yet. I think I can kind of get where this character, Alyssa, anyways, what they're trying to get out of this girl, anyway, or at least with personality. But yeah, after all, she could really complicate things for me here. On the other hand, I just couldn't allow myself to be pulled into something so reckless. I let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. Inside, everything was ready. A few pioneers stood here and there, chatting. The tables were moved out of the way to make room for players and spectators. I looked around. Something was going on in the far corner. When I came closer, I saw a large piece of paper with a diagram drawn on it. Oh, my name was among the players. Really now? Somehow you're missing from the equation, unless if that's someone else. That's gotta be you, because that smile kind of gives it away that has to be him. Why are we paired up with Lena, though? Which is kind of funny. You got Slavya over here kind of paired up with the girl from the library. And who's this paired up with Miku? Somebody's paired up with her. That can't be the nurse. I think we saw her already. Unless if it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. No, it's not. It's I think this is Alyssa. I'm gonna guess. I don't know. And who came up with all this? I pattered Electronic, who was standing near. Probably him. Well, of course, it was your most humble servant. He bowed to me jokingly. This made me uncomfortable to the point of squirming. And why in the world am I among the players then? I was disappointed. A few seconds ago, I thought I still had a slim chance to evade this tournament. Then I wouldn't have to fear Alyssa's revenge for not betting with her. But now that hope is gone. It was pure coincidence. Yeah, right, coincidence. Except that I was already acquainted with every one of the contestants. Not exactly. While there were a few dozen other pioneers standing in the room, I was seized by anxiety. It's the feeling of being watched while standing in an empty room with no windows and doors. Huh. Will there be a prize? I asked him lazily. I wanted to distract myself with a pointless conversation. Electronic was just about to answer when Ileana came out of nowhere and started jumping around him.
Prizes, prizes. I heard something about prizes.
Do you know what is the main ethos of the Olympic Games? It's not the winning, but the taking part that counts. Is that something in Russia? Because they're not really, they're just saying something there. I guess, I don't know.
What? No.
You'll understand when you grow up. She made a wiry face and jabbed Electronic in the ribs. Well, but was that from him or was that my guy's line? I don't know.
So what about the prize?
Well, I don't know. It's not up to me. He made a helpless gesture. Really, if they came up with this stupid game, at least they could give the winner, a chocolate medal or something. What? Ilyana suddenly jumped and raced off to somewhere. I wish I was that optimistic. So what about the rules?
Wait a bit.
Not everyone here is yet. I looked around canteen. Alyssa, Slavya, Lena, Miku, and Shurk were here. It seems like everyone is here.
Not everyone. Xenia isn't here.
Does he feel unhappy, or is it just me? She's not here, so what? Pick someone else instead.
No, I can't do that.
He answered slowly. I decided not to ask exactly why he can't do this. Well, go fetch her or something. I don't know.
He can't go. He's the host of the evening.
The camp leader appeared as if from nowhere.
But Olga,
Electronic whined.
Semyon will go.
Right.
Right, Semyon?
Oh boy. She looked at me and smiled. Yeah, somehow this conversation, she's probably like, what are you up to? Of course, who else? Where is she?
In the library, I guess.
Okay. I dragged my feet towards the door. Please hurry. What's Electronic's problem anyway? I don't know. Maybe she gave him a black eye from beforehand. I have no idea. Night is coming soon. Already, huh? I was going to take my time, so I slowly paced towards the library. But I found Xenia before I even expected. She was sitting on a bench at the square, staring at Genda, who was silent as always. Is this the one with the black hair? Yep. What are you doing here? This person was not listed in the walkthrough as far as I recall. Unless she has to do more with Miku or one of the other characters, I'm not sure, but I did not see her as any in there in the guide. They did not list her as somebody who had a route, so I don't know. Unless she's a special character, I'm not sure. I don't know. Everyone is looking for you.
Sitting here, as you could see.
She frowned. Well, let's go.
I don't want to.
She looked away. Why not?
I don't want to.
I sat beside her. Listen, I don't like the idea of this contest myself, but we can't let everyone down. I surely didn't sound like myself there. A couple of days ago, I wouldn't even think of saying something like that. Xenia looked at me with surprise on her face.
So, Xenia isn't waiting for me.
Isn't that exactly what I said? Yes.
I won't go anyway.
She frowned and hid her face. Boy, oh boy. But why? I gestured with my arms, wondering.
I don't know how to play cards.
I mean, I'm not really that good at certain games. Depends on the game, obviously. But, I can play some. I was not really much of a card person like that, though. So what? Same problem here.
Then how can you play?
What? You can only do things that you read about in books or something.
Of course.
She was surprised. And what if you end up in Antarctica and have to rely on hunting polar bears to survive? Polar bears are not in Antarctica, bud. They're in the north. Yeah. As far as I'm aware.
Polar bears don't live in Antarctica.
My goodness, thank you. At least somebody else is smart. Then you smiled. Doesn't matter, it's just an example. Your example is poor. Did you go to school? I don't know. Come on, it's not like someone's life depended on the result. She took her time to think.
I just don't want to let anyone down.
Right. I agreed sarcastically.
And don't you think anything funny about that?
I didn't get what she meant, but anyway. Obviously, everyone has their weak spots. In a minute, we both were back at the canteen. Everyone looked at electronic. So, he cleared his throat.
Each round consists of one game. In case of a draw, you replay the game. After this, the loser drops out and the next round begins. Since the number of volunteers,
He looked at me.
since the number of players is just 8, we'll have only 3 rounds. Is everything clear?
The crowd cheered.
And what are the prizes? The prizes, what are they? Ilana, cut it out.
Slavya stepped forward and tried to catch Oyana.
I won't rest until the prize is mine.
Wow. Seemed like this girl alone had enough energy for a warp jump to Alphas. What? Centauri. My goodness.
Prizes, prizes.
She repeated it over and over. You are kind of a bundle of energy, aren't you?
So bad.
Slavia tried to reason with her. Electronic seemed to be getting dizzy from all this running around. I can imagine. Let's start already. I need to make a save before that happens. I said calmly and added to Oyana. Or you won't get any prizes. Looks like my argument got through to her, so she took her place. Slavia followed her, giving me a grateful smile as she passed. The pioneers finally settled down. I approached the table that Lena sat behind. You don't mind? She looked up and blushed. Don't worry, I don't know the rules myself. And how could I be sure that it's not only myself? I sat down. Turns out we'll have to play the first round together.
Yes.
Come on, phone! Jeez. Finally, Electronic started to explain the rules. Oh, boy.
Look at the cards carefully. There are exactly 6 of them in front of you. I hope everyone here knows how to count.
Oh, wait. That was his line, not mine.
Now, you can look at them.
After one had a look at their cards, Electronic moved on.
The rules here are similar to poker. I hope everyone knows how to play.
I knew the rules, but wasn't so sure about the others.
First of all, it's a top card, then 1 pair, then 2 pairs, then 3 of a kind. And so on. No flushes or straights, though. In first round, you choose a card which you like to take from your opponent. In third, your opponent can choose to swap 2 of the cards around twice. Or he can choose not to do so, if he doesn't need the card which you are taking. Take a note here that your opponent can see which cards are trading places. At the next step, your opponent takes a card he chooses. And so on. I think it's pretty clear. It wasn't too clear to me. Hey you, Einstein. Ilyana yelled at him from her table. I didn't get a thing. You'll figure it out as we go. Electronic went to the table with the diagram, leaving Ilana to smolder in solitude. You go first. I hope I could get my mind around the game fast enough. Lena, more perplexed than usual, reached out for my cards. Oh, interesting. In the middle of the table, her hand stopped. Were you? Oh yeah, I should be protecting my card. What was it Electronics said? I don't know. Am I going to get a choice here? I try to confuse my opponent. I can swap two of my cards. And I should really just save here before this game starts. Okay, and the way this is going to go, you have to lose this game. Somehow. Now, if it says you win, it says just reload the game and try. It says something about you'll get an option to lose. I'm hoping that'll come up, so we'll see how this goes. And it doesn't say, it doesn't matter who you lose to. I don't know. But pretty sure it kind of does. I don't know. Try to confuse my opponent. I can swap two of my cards. Twice. Or I could choose not to. Should I protect it or not? By the way, I could also agree and give her the card she chose straight away. Otherwise, Lena could change her mind and take another card if she wants to. Or she might not. Do I have to do this? Well, I guess I have to. So I'm going to do this on my own and then kind of go from there. If I win, I just reload the save. If not, then I will meet you on the other side how this thing is going to go. Okay. Okay, after several ties, I actually failed at this, so that's what you're supposed to do according to this game. It's a little confusing a little bit with this part though. Okay, yeah, that game is a little confusing to try to get through. It's still frustrating to lose anyway. Oh well, but you're supposed to. I left the canteen. It was still too early to sleep, and a short walk looked like a good idea. Where should I head to? Don't know. So let me make a save after losing here now. It doesn't really say to where. Uh, so we got don't bet. Let's see. We're gonna go to the bus stop. I think. Yeah, we're gonna go to. The events of the past day kept flashing brightly in my head. That damn useless checklist, this stupid tournament. Right now, I do not want to do a single thing or to talk to anyone. I don't even want to start thinking about my current situation. I came to the square and took a seat on the bench while staring at the Genda statue. Ah. I don't know how long I was sitting like this, but finally crickets chirping brought me back to reality. I got up and blindly walked in a random direction. The bus stop. Somehow, for the second day in a row, I find myself at this place. Maybe subconsciously, I felt that the bus would be waiting for me here to take me back to the real world. Very unlikely. So it's kind of like a magic bus. Somehow it just came there and just, I don't know, somehow reverted you back to this state. I don't know. On the other hand, why not? It got dark already. I was just standing there and gazing at the night sky. Astronomy has never attracted me so much as astronauts. It has always been more interesting to look at the pictures of far constellations, nebula, and galaxies made by artists than try to figure out and how to measure angular velocities and masses of stars. Wow, that's pretty deep there, aren't you? But certainly I would be able to find the Great Bear constellation. But if I get lost in snow forests, my only way to find the way out would be that little knowledge about moss growing on the north side of a tree. However, I still don't think that would help me to get out. I was about to head back to the camp when all of a sudden I caught a noise behind the gates. Who is it this time? Huh. Near the clubhouse, it seemed like somebody was walking down the path to the forest. It was so dark that I could see nothing but a blurred shadow. I wonder who could be out so late at night.
A pioneer breaching discipline. I followed the mysterious shadow rapidly but still carefully. Huh. I was moving from path to path, and after a while I found myself in the depths of the forest, finally losing sight of the stranger. Maybe I should turn back. The trees parted before me, and a magnificent view of a small forest lake struck my eyes. Ah, and then I noticed Slavya. My goodness, is she dancing? Nice little music, I gotta say. An interesting little CG they got going on here. Not really sure what she's doing back here, but it's interesting. She was skipping and fluttering about, letting her neckerchief loose and her shirt fly up in the air. This whole scene seemed even more fantastic than my own presence in this camp. Slavia looked like a spirit of the forest, or perhaps a nymph. She looked so natural, more like an ancient goddess than a human being. To be both. I remembered all the theological theories which I read some time ago. This reminded me of pantheon, the idea that God is all that is, everything that we see around. What if it were not the aliens or a time warp, but divine providence that brought me here? Who knows? Indeed, Slavia mentioned that she loved nature. So it turns out that even she is an enigma, isn't she? Slavia went into the water. I was ashamed, but I just couldn't take my eyes off her. I'm guessing I must have the 17 plus version as opposed to the 18 plus because, yeah, probably we're missing out on some type of scene here, I'm wondering. Silvery moonlight reflected off her wet skin, making Slavia look like an ancient Greek statue. The Venus de Milo, maybe. Wow. This scene was so fabulous that there was no room for carnal lust, only sublime admiration of true beauty. And we only don't get to see it, right? I'm guessing. I was simply admiring the perfection of Slavia's form and forgetting everything else. Maybe this isn't hell, but heaven. A branch treacherously snapped under my foot. Slavia turned around, but there was no way to recognize me in the darkness of the night. I'm guessing she would make you out quickly. Or at least so it seemed. She rapidly rushed out of the lake, put on her clothes in a hurry, and vanished from sight into the forest. I quietly went after her. Slavia was quietly trailing among the trees, choosing the easiest paths and gracefully avoiding sheared trees, pits, and snags. It was a hard job to keep pace with her. Moreover, I definitely didn't want to be caught. Firstly, peeping is just no good. And secondly, in fact, it still remains to be seen what she was doing here. Well, it's not like you knew she was going to be there, but the guide is telling me how to get to your route. I don't know. Although it somehow seemed to be innocent enough, it didn't seem to have anything to do with my presence in this world. It was just innocent. It was nothing worth spying on. At last we came out at the square. Slavia stopped and turned around to face me.
Did you think I didn't notice you?
I was a bit confused, but I put on a mask of visible calmness. How long ago?
I'm not sure.
Slavia came closer.
5 minutes ago, maybe.
So we've been there at the lake.
What lake are you talking about?
Well, Slavia seemed to be sincerely surprised. So I simply couldn't figure out whether she was pretending that nothing has happened or, well, never mind. I made up my mind to behave like a gentleman as gentlemanly as possible in these circumstances and said nothing.
Alright.
Unexpectedly, easily, she agreed.
What a beautiful night.
Slavia took a seat on the bench and looked up at the sky. I guess such nights are common here.
Well, probably.
Why so uncertain?
I don't know. I just got lost in thought.
Thinking about what? She stared at me like she was looking for something on my face. But then it went back to stargazing. Come on, phone! Jeez. Interrupted the mood like that.
Now and then I fall into such a mood at night. During the day I'm wrapped up in the work with no time to relax. But at night it's so quiet here. If it wasn't for the crickets and the night birds, one would feel like being face to face with the universe.
For some reason, I didn't think of Slavia as someone who would talk about such matters. As for me, it's even too quiet here.
Is it?
Yeah, really. Anything wrong with that?
Well, alright.
She stood up quickly and fixed her shirt.
It's time to go to bed.
Good night. I watched her walking away. Our talk might have been about nothing, but seems to be it had some deep and secret meaning which could appear only here, only next to Slavya. Seems like even in my situation, such moments of peace and serenity are absolutely necessary. They make me feel united with the universe. I'd even say vital, especially now. I'm not sure how much time I spent sitting there, but after a while I started to feel sleepy. Know that feeling. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired I was, and this is what I'm going to call a part. Well, this part definitely went a little longer than usual because trying to figure out that damn card game. But a lot happened, so hope you guys are enjoying. Never gamble with a redhead, as I always say. You lose. No. But in this case, you kind of have to lose if you want to get with this chick. I don't know, this kind of thing, so. At least the map here, this one kind of made sense for me to follow. The first time around, that map didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's kind of like, okay, where to go? It's like, but I guess, when you're playing something the first time, you just find things out as you go. Alright guys, so that'll be a few days from now until you get other parts, because I did put 2 parts out today. Usually I do these like every other day, but I decided to do 2 since it's, coming across the weekend, so why not give you guys something to watch. Even if you don't watch them all right away, they're there for you guys to enjoy until, I get back into doing this again. So, till then, I will see you guys next time.